New Illuminations aims to empower women artists by revealing or illuminating their voices and their personal experiences. The project has 3 phases. The first phase already happened in April of 2016.
I interviewed 25 different women in their homes, in their studios. I was very curious about the threshold Armenian women artists cross into their creative practice. The women artists that I met are fierce about their artistic expression, and yet they struggle within the framework of the patriarchal society of Armenia to fully embody their work.
The second phase of the project is a workshop. It's a 4-day workshop with 10 women artists where they will be alternating between bookmaking, writing, and story sharing.
Together we will make a wide variety of material. We'll make 2 different book forms, and we will explore personal mark making so that the work can be anonymous if that is what each artist chooses.
The third and final phase of the project is an exhibition, which will take place in November of 2016, curated by HAYP Pop-Up Gallery. And the exhibit is called Codex, Illuminating Women's Stories in Contemporary Manuscripts. The exhibition will showcase the work that's produced during the workshop. So those are the books, the illustrations, and stories that are produced. And we'll put those works in conversation with works by contemporary Armenian artists who work in the same medium.
It is my hope that Armenians encounter this work and re-engage with contemporary manuscripts, and they will connect their lineage to a contemporary expression where these women carry this book practice further than has ever been known before within Armenia.
All 3 phases of the workshop will take place in Gyumri, which is historically the art center of Armenia. But the goal of the project is that it will be an ongoing project and that we can take this model of workshop and exhibition to different cities in Armenia.
I would love for you to care about this project because Armenian women artists are among a population that is vastly unheard. Armenia as a country flies under the radar of world attention, both in recognition of the genocide and for compassion for their daily lives and the struggles that they each live with.
On one hand, we want to tap into a historical and cultural value, which is that Armenia has a very rich history of manuscript making and preservation. The Matinadaran, which is the manuscript museum in Yerevan, Armenia, is home to one of the richest collections of medieval manuscripts in the world.
You can imagine my glee when I walked into this museum that houses 26,000 illuminated manuscripts dating back from 642 BC. Because Armenia is one of the first Christian nations, they have the longest tradition of monastic bookmaking. Throughout the ages, Armenia has had handmade books carrying the stories and practices of botany and philosophy, of religion, of farm practices and village practices. So I expected after that museum visit that I would learn about book artists in Armenia.
Today, the art of handmade books and of artist books is almost non-existent in Armenia. So part of the project is to revive this art form, which has a significant cultural resonance. In an artist book, the book itself is the art piece. This book can be a bound book, it can be a fold out, it can be a scroll, or even loose pages that are held together in a box.
They are made in the traditional style of a Coptic stitched spine, and they're a book that's designed to open flat so that no matter where you open it, you can write. And this is what I write in every day.
The characteristic of an artist book is that it's self-produced by the artist. So that can either be in mass productions on cheap paper, which was popular in the 90s, but it can also be, and more commonly so, produced in limited editions, even one-of-a-kind artist pieces, which was popular in the conceptual movements in the 60s and 70s. Artist books are interactive, they're portable, they are easily shared, and this mobility makes them very unique objects and records of that artist's personal embodied experience. Women artists provide a unique lens on domestic lives.
Women artists provide a unique lens on the human experience, and it is my fervent belief that this project will carry their work further into the world, let them gain strength and the potential to sell and show their work in new ways.